Draws the double, Laney to the corner, Vandersloot. No. And that is it. An unforgettable finish. To Game 4. These were the best of times. Not for Courtney Vandersloot. That airball was in another time zone. I'm talking about the Las Vegas Aces. Back-to-back championships. All-star roster. League MVP. They looked to be unstoppable. But now the one-time powerhouse could be heading straight to the shithouse. Last year, they fell short as the New York Liberty claimed the 2024 title. Record-setting performances and a roster full of stars gone in the blink of an eye. Well, not yet, but things are getting dicey. Kelsey Plum, one of their most critical players, just got cored. And you won't believe what this means for their championship hopes. And here's where it gets even juicier. A'ja Wilson, the reigning MVP, could be left without her best running mate, putting Caitlin Clark in a prime position to take the throne as the undisputed best player in the WNBA. Stick around because the latest Sin City drama could have a dynasty on its last legs, a new dynasty, ready to take its place, and the potential for a crowning moment for the league's biggest star. Before we get too deep into this mess, take a second to subscribe. It's scientifically proven to make your favorite team win more games. Okay, maybe not, but it does help us out. And Help D was right there. What a pass and what a drop-off for A'ja Wilson. Phoenix trying to win a third straight with Beth Allen and BG back in the lineup. Let's rewind for a second and look at just how dominant the Las Vegas Aces were. This wasn't just a good team. They were the pinnacle of excellence in the WNBA 2023 season. Highlights. They posted a jaw-dropping 34-6 record, securing the league's best record for the second year in a row. They didn't just win games, they obliterated their competition, finishing the regular season with an average margin of victory of nearly 10 points. The Aces were a nightmare matchup for every team. They had A'ja Wilson, a two-time MVP and Finals MVP, who averaged 22.8 points, 9.5 rebounds, and 2 blocks per game. Her ability to dominate the paint and defend at an elite level made her the cornerstone of this dynasty. Then there was Kelsey Plum. This wasn't just your average all-star, this was a player who could drop 25 points on a whim, hit clutch threes from downtown, and dish out assists like she had a sixth sense. Plum finished the 2023 season averaging 18.8 points, 5 assists, and shooting 39% from three-point range. Defenses had no answer for her ability to break them down. And let's not forget the supporting cast. There was Chelsea Gray, nicknamed the Point God, who orchestrated the offense with precision and earned Finals MVP honors. They also had Jackie Young, who stepped up her scoring and defensive contributions, making her one of the most versatile players in the league. This team wasn't just good. They were loaded. When the playoffs rolled around, the Aces showed no mercy. They swept their way through the first 2 rounds, leaving no doubt about who the best team in the league was. They went on to win the championship in 2023. But here's the thing about dynasties. They're fragile. Success comes at a cost. Contracts expire. Players start looking for bigger roles and bigger paychecks elsewhere. And sometimes egos clash. In 2024, the Aces went from being a loaded team to looking like mere mortals. From rising competitions to injuries to roster adjustments, their dominance continually got chipped away. They finished the season with a strong record, but their playoff came to an end when they came head-to-head with red-hot New York Liberty. You're getting brutal, Kelsey. The Aces were the gold standard, the team everyone wanted to beat. But maintaining that kind of dominance was a monumental challenge. And now those cracks are starting to show. Take Kelsey Plum, for instance. She's one of the league's top scorers and playmakers, but her recent coring by the Aces indicates that her future with the team is far from guaranteed. This isn't just a loss. It's a seismic shift. Meanwhile, the rest of the league has been catching up. Teams like the Indiana Fever are loading up with young talent, and the New York Liberty, hot off their first championship, are retooling for another shot at glory. So while the Aces were the epitome of dominance in 2023, they couldn't replicate the same success in 2024. Now the question everyone is asking, can they keep it together? Or is this the beginning of the end for one of the greatest teams in WNBA history? Here tonight, Kelsey Plum, aka Plumdog, on the takeoff. She's up in the position to get offensive rebounds when you move the ball from side to side. All right, let's get to the bombshell news. Kelsey Plum has officially been cored by the Las Vegas Aces. If you're not familiar with the term, it essentially gives the Aces exclusive negotiating rights with Plum. But let's be real, it's a clear signal that her future with the team is in jeopardy. This move has sent shockwaves through the league. Why? Because losing Plum isn't just losing another player. This is Kelsey Plum. Last season, she averaged 18.8 points, 5 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. She wasn't just a scorer, she was a playmaker, a facilitator, and one of the league's most Dynamic guards. She hit clutch shots, carved up defenses, and opened up the floor for her teammates in a way that very few players in the league can replicate. And she's done so attacking the basket. And, speaking of her teammates, let's talk about her chemistry with A'ja Wilson. Plum assisted on 30% of A'ja Wilson's field goals last season, including some iconic alley-oops, and perfectly timed dimes in transition. Her ability to drive into the lane, collapse the defense, and kick it out to A'ja for an easy finish was one of the Aces' most lethal offensive weapons. But here's the kicker. That chemistry is now on the chopping block. If Plum leaves, the Aces aren't just losing one of their top scorers, they're losing a player who is integral to their identity. And this isn't just speculation. According to multiple reports, the Golden State Valkyries, the WNBA's newest expansion team, are already circling like sharks. They're rumored to be ready to offer Plum a massive contract, giving her a chance to lead her own team as the franchise cornerstone. Other teams like the New York Liberty are also rumored to be interested, knowing that adding a player of Plum's caliber could push them over the top in their own championship quests. So why is this happening? Why would the Aces risk losing such a key piece of their championship puzzle? The answer lies in the financial realities of the WNBA. The Aces already have massive contracts tied up with A'ja Wilson, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young. Adding Plum to the mix on a max deal would severely limit their ability to build a deep bench, a problem they struggled with even last season. It's taken another timeout. She is not happy with the layups Vegas has allowed. It was her biggest point of contention after Game 1, and it just happened again here in Game 2. Second timeout in their faces. Why is she frustrated? It's a bold decision, and one that the Aces front office likely didn't make lightly. But the risks are undeniable. Plum's departure would leave a massive void in their backcourt and force them to restructure an offense that was built around her ability to both score and facilitate. And let's not forget the impact this has on A'ja Wilson. Losing Plum means losing her primary playmaker and someone she's built years of on-court chemistry with. For a player like Wilson, who thrives on getting the ball in the right spots at the right time, this is a big deal. Losing Plum could open the door for teams like the Liberty last years should been winners, the Minnesota Lynx, or even rising teams like the Indiana Fever. Thank you, so subscribe my channel.